What's up, ladies and jelly spoons? You can see by the picture over there, Leon Kennedy and Ada Wong. Welcome to the second episode ever of Fantastic Franchises. This is a show where we dig into a franchise, a game franchise that used to be console exclusive, which may not be anymore, depending on how prosperous the franchise was. And we're going to follow that franchise because we have the ability to go on each system where it might have went in its franchise longevity. So we could come anywhere from PlayStation to Xbox to Nintendo to PC. We could come from anywhere. But I'm eliminate handheld because I want to give you the unique experience of experiencing that game and its graphic finality. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I do have the Ring of Power, and this is the Gaming Power Hour. And welcome to Fantastic Franchises, a place where we celebrate our favorite franchises. You see, back in the day, if you wanted to play Sonic, you had to buy a Sega Genesis. You wanted to play Halo and Master Chief, you had to get that Xbox. If you wanted to be Crash Bandicoot, you had to get that PlayStation. If you wanted Gex, you had to get that 3DO. If you wanted to play Super Mario, like I said, every franchise, every system had their franchise character. And their franchise character was the reason why you bought the system for the gameplay. That's no longer valid because as of 2025, everybody's doing their ecosystem thing, so nobody's really staying console exclusive anymore. A game, let's say if you got Nintendo Switch 2, you hold around a little bit longer, you'll be able to play any game that you have on PlayStation, Xbox, on Nintendo Switch 2. Same likewise with Xbox and PlayStation. They're no longer doing console exclusivity. The reason to buy an Xbox last year and a year before would have been Indiana Jones, console exclusive, one of the greatest games I ever played, like fan service to the T. But you got to get it on Xbox. Now you can get it on PlayStation, and it's announced to be coming to Nintendo Switch too. I would say, like, instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars on all these systems, just find the system that you rock with and stick with and enjoy the games that you want to play on that system, period. Because the days of console exclusivity is over. But that allows me here at the Game Ninja and the Game Dojo to concentrate on a franchise. We just did episode 1, and episode 1 and 2 they're gonna be uploaded back to back. So if you go to my channel on here today, you'll see the first ever episode of Fantastic Franchises, which is the entire Mario Kart franchise. That's right. We sat down and went through the entire Mario Kart franchise, with the exception of the mobile Mario, which I don't consider that Mario because there's no kind of fight, there's no kind of competition in the Mario on iOS or Droid. Like that Mario Kart Tour is not, to me, a Mario Kart. And I have hundreds of videos on Team Red Shell of me playing Mario Kart Tour, but at a certain point, it just became the grind just to unlock car parts. It wasn't even Mario Kart. Like, the races weren't even exciting anymore. Like, I can count on one hand the exciting races I had. So I don't really consider that Mario Kart, even though it's part of the franchise. I don't. I had more fun with GP, which is the arcade version. But today, we're talking about Resident Evil. Now, what is it Resident Evil did? Because there's a lot of horror games. But the establishment of the horror game, which hasn't changed. There's been no wokeness. There's been no microtransactions. The game has remained pretty much the exact copy of itself until this day in 2025. Even though they've had remakes and remasters, they never implemented the microtransaction system, the wokeness. They kept the characters the way they were. They weren't ashamed to make a woman beautiful or a guy handsome and chiseled. They weren't afraid to make people and their characters look beautiful. And I like that because it's very few and far between today with companies that'll take a stand and stand by their intellectual properties and their characters without changing them. I mean, you can go ahead and look at Horizon Forbidden West, how Aloy has changed over the time. You can look at Senua and Hellblade. There's a bunch of different characters that's fundamentally changed from one game to the next till you don't even recognize them. I mean, even Leon became John Wick by like Resident Evil Village. He was just John Wick. But they fundamentally did not change it. They gave you better graphics, a more intense story, frustrating puzzles, which is what Resident Evil is known for. So today on Fantastic Franchises, we're going to look at Resident Evil, the franchise. Now, I'm going to attempt, because I say that because my Mario Kart video, I locked it to an hour, but there was more carts than I had anticipated, and I had to hook up the Wii, I had to hook up the GameCube, I had to get the cables for like the handheld consoles like the DS and the 3DS to hook it up to the big screen. Like it was so much to do that it ended up taking like over an hour and a half just to do the video. And that took a lot more than I did. I wanted to do like 5 episodes of Fantastic Franchises today, but I think more like I'm probably going to get 2, but I'm going to concentrate better on the 2. And I've already talked for 6 minutes, so I'm going to shut the hell up. I want you guys to sit back and relax with your favorite bag of snacks and enjoy the show. And as always, you have a co-pilot seat right here next to me. I get the thrashing. Hopefully I'll get no thrashing today because I'm just showing you and going in, but you will see every single last Resident Evil that I own, and I own quite a few on quite a few different systems, and that is the joy in it. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Resident Evil, the franchise that to this day is still running. Resident Evil 9 is getting ready to come out soon. And I hear it's the end of Leon's story, and I'm just going to go ahead and pay my respects to Ethan, because Ethan's story ended in the village, and whether you go back to the house with, you know what I'm saying, welcome to the family, son, and Mia taking your hand, or village with Lady Dimitrescu, what a vampire. Now that's the movie you should be making. That's the movie. That's the movie. Make a Resident Evil Village movie. Werewolves, creepy dolls. It's like the Conjuring vampires, and you got to find a Lady Dimitrescu that could do that. Whew. I must say, I spent a lot of time in that castle. Her and her daughters. But anyway, I'm excited that I get to show you a look into one of my most beloved franchises of all times. It goes all the way back to the first consoles I ever owned in my entire life. You can go all the way back to the first consoles, and you will find on the original PlayStation 1 Resident Evil, and you will find Resident Evil, I think 2 on Nintendo 64. The Impossible Cart. Like every system has adopted a Resident Evil going across the platforms back and forth. But but I am absolutely over the moon to show you this. So I'm gonna shut the hell up. I want you guys to just come on in with me, sit down, and let's go to Resident Evil. All right, ladies and jelly spoons, welcome to the franchise. Now, we could begin with Resident Evil 1, and that would be fun, but there is another Resident Evil, and ladies and gentlemen, that is Resident Evil 0. This is where the franchise can begin. Let me see if I could turn it up a little bit to you. I'm picking mainly the remasters, because I want you guys to see the exquisite detail that people play to these games and the attention. So again, this is Resident Evil 0. If you've never played it, you can still get it on the original systems. I got the HD version just because I love graphics. There's nothing wrong with modern day graphics. Loading content. Please don't turn off. Okay. Okay. We good. Now, I'm going to hit a new game because I want you to see, guys, how it begins.
Resident Evil
0. I'm going to stick with what we got. Control type. I'm sticking with original subtitles on. Okay. You see, I might have to turn it up a little bit more.
A Midwestern town in America, Raccoon City. A solitary island far off in the sea, Rockfort Island. An island that would become the second Raccoon City, Sheena Island. There are still many unanswered questions about these seemingly unrelated yet intensely traumatic events. Though it is believed that the international enterprise umbrella was somehow involved, little is known as to the origin of this faceless corporation. When was it established? By whom? And how was the T-virus created? To uncover the truth, we must delve deeper into the events which transpired in the beginning, before the mansion incident.
Do you think so too?
Yeah.
As a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City. Nothing in our training could ever have prepared us for the nightmare that ensued. We never stood a chance.
What's going on? Engine failure. Emergency landing.
Check the current position and investigate the surrounding area.
Captain, look! Captain!
What happened?
Order for transportation. Prisoner Billy Cohen, ex-lieutenant, 26 years old. Court-martialed and sentenced to death July 22nd. Prisoner is to be transferred to the Regathon base for execution.
Those poor soldiers. They were good men just doing their jobs, and that scum murdered them and escaped.
All right, everyone, let's separate and survey the area. Our friend is brutal and ruthless. Keep your guard up.
I love this HD remake because there was a look, I'm not gonna lie, the other ones from like the 90s, they're very hard on the eyes to play graphic wise now, because once you've seen, you know, Paris, it's kind of hard to go back to the farm. These graphics are insane, But you have to go back and play the original to just understand what you're playing right now, because you don't understand how far these graphics have come. Now, you would ask yourself, with such an amazing intro and story, how the movies keep getting it wrong. I ask myself the same questions. You literally just verbatim take this and add the movie. So now, if you don't know, this is actually me. This is me moving around. See? This is me. Yeah, so this is me. And this is what the graphics looks like on the first one. Yeah, this is the first one. Now, like I said, I could get into it and play, but I'm already ahead in this. So we're not going to do that.
This is Officer Chambers from STARS Bravo team. Please identify yourself. Is someone there?
Oh, there's someone there, all right. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hours close at hand. Creatures crawling search of blood to terrorize yours neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell. And rot inside a corpse
What just
shell.
happened? I thought they were dead.
The foulness stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to try to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist. I'm in the cabin with Rebecca, so I'm just wanted to show you that I had progressed in this game, even though I wasn't playing. I know sometimes people just like, man, why you gonna have a gameplay that I couldn't see? Look, bro, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be like bad or anything like that, but sometimes, bro, like when the mood hits, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep. I just got to get in and game.
Rebecca, over. Enrico, hello. Can you read me? Please respond.
Rebecca, I can hear you. Now listen up. We've obtained detailed information on the fugitive from a document found in your record. Billy Cohen killed as many as 23
Billy Coe.
23 people.
Billy Coe.
also confirmed that he was institutionalized, so keep your guard up. Can you hear me, Rebecca? Over. Stay alert, Rebecca. You wouldn't think twice before killing you.
Nah, Billy Coe is cool.
Enrico, Captain. Hello? Hello?
All right. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Resident Evil 0. We're going to jump right into the next one. Stay right there. All right. Like I said, guys, you're going to see it. Trust me. You ain't got to worry. You're going to see it. So this is Resident Evil. Not 0. This is Resident Evil. This is the HD remake, too. I don't know why that remind me of Dawn of the Dead, Romero, like 1970s John. Press any key. I used to like that when you hit it, it says Resident Evil 0 or 6 or 9, or they tell you. All right, I'm gonna do this.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. Just so you guys can get a look at this. How do you like your games? Like climbing a mountain, like going on a hike, like taking a walk. You can relax and enjoy yourself. If you didn't know, that was the difficulty. And then you got Chris Redfield And you got Jill Valentine. Jill has always been my girl to pay the bills. So Jill got the skills to pay the bills, to buy them short sets from Foreman Mills. So that's what I'm gonna do. You also have different forms that you can unlock of them. I like that Jill, but I'm gonna stick with this joint right here. Jill Valentine.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission. No, not yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict.
Now,
Save for the remaining body
all
of
these
Ted.
remakes are HD, but I am going to be skipping back and forth between the HDs, the old gens, the good Johns, the crazy Johns. So you're going to see a difference in graphics. I ain't going to tell you when it's going to happen. You just going to see the next one and be like, what is this? This was the real deal Holyfield. That's what it is. Now, they did make a Resident Evil director's cut, which if you saw it on the PlayStation, it is hilarious. The acting, they had real life people play the intro of it. Oh my God, dude. I might just show that to y'all for shits and giggles. It's literally this verbatim, but the cheese factor, is that Paul Mooney? I like Paul Mooney. The cheese factor is insane.
Chris, this way. Damn it! Wait for that mansion!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I gotta show y'all the first legendary zombie.
Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
In the original, there was an annoying clock that ticked very loudly in this scene, and it was annoying every time you entered this room. It was a like Like it was loud. Oh, by the way, how you save your progress was a typewriter. You literally just use the ink ribbon and then choose a save slot.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
I'm only going to show y'all the first zombie, then we going to stop this one.
What? Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Nah, it ain't Chris's. All right, so now you're getting ready to look at the bald-headed zombie, the infamous Resident Evil picture. He gonna be down here chomping on some people like taco meat, and then he gonna look over his shoulder and give you that side eye. This is actually a pretty faithful adaptation.
Barry,
What is it?
look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it. What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
If I could sum up Resident Evil in one word, I would say mood. They are very great at establishing mood, trauma, and 100% horror. This game created horror in a way that you will never see in any other game. Now, Silent Hill came close, but Silent Hill is in a different aspect altogether. Silent Hill is a different level of effed up all by itself. Resident Evil stands alone when it comes to horror games in the horror genre. Let's move on. This was the Nintendo 64 version of Resident Evil 2. Yeah, I know, released in 2000, y'all. 2000. Now, let me show you the updated version of it.
We're gonna do Leon or Claire? We do Claire. Violence high. Color blood.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T-virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. City Police Department Special Stars immediately began investigation into the case. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of Stars members Chris
Come on,
Redfield
y'all ain't
and
think y'all
Jill
wasn't gonna get no Nintendo 64 gameplay, right?
But the
I got y'all.
Corporation's experiments
Directly from me. Y'all really want to go there? Y'all really want to go there? Y'all want me to take you there? I can take you there. You want me to take you there? You know what? Let's go there.
Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
I'm finally here.
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello?
This is Resident Evil Nintendo 64, Resident Evil 2.
Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Ah. Ah. Oh, wait! Don't shoot!
Down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There!
Okay.
day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you. You okay?
Still in one piece.
Maniac's gonna ram us!
Yo, Nintendo 64 put their thing down graphics wise. Now remember, this had only been on the PlayStation 1. It was thought by most people that it's impossible. Let me stop. It was thought impossible to put this game on the Nintendo 64. But using the expansion pack, they were able to pull it off and add missions that weren't in the PlayStation version. The Impossible port, Nintendo 64, again on my list. Fantastic franchises. They put their thing down, Resident Evil 2. Now we're going to take a look at that same game, Resident Evil 2, but this is the remake. This is the new version, the remake.
Can't stop. Gotta keep moving. It's like the end of the world. The police station. Almost there. Anybody here? Come on, Chris. Where are you? Oh shit. They're inside too.
David, Marvin, you there? I found a way out. It's in here. Send reinforcements. East hallway.
I should help this guy.
Now I figured I would take you right into the next installment because I was going to go old school with this one, but I figure new school says it best. And what I really love about the remasters and the remakes is that the story sometimes differs a little bit, but on the whole, it's a better experience. Now you can still get the original, John. Hold on one second.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Authorities are bracing for more rioting tonight.
He was knocked unconscious.
Citywide emergency has been declared.
The CDC has quarantined the lower Midwestern region
Officials
of the
can't
U.S.
say.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella. It's this foundation that will continue to build a brighter future for all of us.
I know with every Resident Evil remake and remaster, the graphics, the design got better and better and better. Look at the physics, look at the rain, look at the graphics. This is actual gameplay too, guys. This ain't a cinematic. Now, I don't get why the movies can't follow these storylines. As beautiful and as intricate as they are, why can't they follow these storylines? It's very simple. It's actually put right in front of them. How can you not follow these storylines? I don't get it. You just take this and turn it into a movie, verbatim. You got the visuals put out for you. How is it that hard to do? How have we not... Well, Welcome to Raccoon City, I think, was probably one of the best Resident Evil films that they have out. It didn't get a lot of play, but if you played the game or the remake, it's literally verbatim of what's going on in there. I didn't like the cast, but I am going to say they were spot on when it came to game. Like, literally verbatim, there were scenes directly from the game in the movie. If you haven't seen Welcome to Raccoon City, check it out. It's a missed opportunity for a lot of people, but it's so awesome. It got bad publicity, but sometimes you can't pay attention to what you hear. You got to experience it for yourself. It was an awesome, awesome movie. Now, was it the best? No, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Look at that water physics. Just pretty programming. Yeah, this is actual gameplay, y'all. Actual gameplay.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Stars.
What the hell is that thing? Here. What the hell? No way.
Jill, over here.
Brad,
You okay?
what was that thing?
Damned if I know.
But right now it's got a hard on for the only 2 stars left in town. You and me. I'm not sticking around. Just look around you. The longer we wait, the more screwed we are.
This all happened so fast.
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another. It's like Arclight on steroids. Hey, wait! Down here! Damn it!
Could be dreaming. Why this many people be infected? Brad! Here they come! There's so many.
And these zombies will dip your bullets. While you trying to shoot them, they will dip your bullets.
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I did. Go!
I'm sorry.
Get that Glock. Yeah, it takes more than one hit to put him down. I only got 1 bullet left.
Down there! Get to the parking garage roof!
Parking garage. Got it. Sir, are you alright?
Stay back! Don't come any closer!
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
What safety? I'm not going out there!
The parking garage isn't far. I can
The only safe place is in here!
That looked like more than 7 in that box. But alright, I'll take the 7. This gave me Last of Us vibes. Last of Us Part 2. Verbatim, you're crawling under a fence with them trying to get you.
Shit.
Shake and bake. You see how he dipped it? Yeah, they don't stand still. You got moving targets. You definitely got to get better. Yeah, and I'm out of ammo. Just that quick. I know. These games are intense. Resident Evil, you're seeing why the franchise itself... What the hell just happened? Hold on. There we go. Alright, my bad. You're seeing why the franchise itself is literally one of the most fantastic franchises ever invented, and it reinvented itself. If you play Resident Evil 3 or Nemesis, Resident Evil Nemesis, the graphics were nothing like this, and the story was a little bit different. But these remakes give you a chance to do something that they technology limited back then. These are the games they wanted to produce, but they were limited with technology.
Sorry.
Yeah, you really think that was gonna happen? Technically, you should have died because you wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And I'm pretty sure you broke some ribs. You should have been folded like a lawn chair.
Hey, easy, lady. I got you.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos, and I'm saving you. Come on, let's get you someplace safe.
All right, so since the video is getting long, we're gonna have to do these in compilations. So this will be the last one of the first part of the Resident Evil fantastic franchises. We did Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil. We went back and showed you what the Resident Evil 2 Nintendo 64 looks like. We skipped to Resident Evil 2 Next Gen. Then we did Resident Evil 3 Next Gen. I was going to go back and do Nemesis, but I figured Resident Evil 3 would just show you what it's about. And this is Resident Evil 4. Now, we have defeated Resident Evil 4. But you deserve to see how this one does too. I'm just gonna do standard, just so you can see how this Resident Evil, and this is the remake, the remastered. Now, I didn't like the gun style and the character position shooting in the original Resident Evil 4. That's why this one was such a treat, and this game is long. This Resident Evil 4 remake is so long. I can't tell you how many hours it took me to get through. I'm not gonna let you go through the load. I'll let you sit there 1 second and I'll speed it through. Now look at the graphics on this one. This is insane.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out. Too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night, the pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Yeah, the graphics have come a very, very, very long way.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, eh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
That's the one of the DLC alternate suits that I put him in. I like it because it kind of looks like Dante, or more like Vlad.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Absolutely beautiful games. You can see they put so much effort into these remasters and remakes.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right? I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers. I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
I'm using remake and remasters because when you remake something, it's basically the same game, just with newer graphics. But I'm using the word remaster also because if you've played these originals, the story doesn't happen exactly the way it happens, and things are changed a little bit, and there's more added to the new one. So I would say they remastered it as well as remade it.
I'll be right back.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero?
Yeah, if you habla español, this is definitely the game for you because 98% of the yelling, fighting, arguing, and people talking to you will be in Spanish. Ahí está. Ay, el estómago. Ay, no me gusta. I ain't saying you gotta understand Spanish to play the game, but I am gonna say it's heavily, heavily influenced. I don't know why he walked off while he was peeing. That was just stupid.
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in? Maybe you better go and take a look. Oh, what's the car? Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
I think the most annoying thing about this game is the partner missions you have to do with the girl in here, where you got to keep her close and make her go far, and people are constantly trying to steal her and kidnap her. Now this is actual gameplay, guys. This is actual gameplay. Personally, if he went this far to go pee,
How far could he have gone?
I wouldn't have followed. If he went this far to go pee, no way I would have followed. But it's okay because he's Mr. Wick now. Yeah, if you got a weak constitution, none of the Resident Evil games are for you. But especially not these remakes. And I would say don't play them at night in the dark, especially with headphones, because they specifically know how to jump scare you. Welcome to the party, son. Exactly what this place looked like. Welcome to the party, son. Now, if the dude went to go pee, I don't think he would be all up in here. Like this is too far.
Anyone home?
Now I know what's in that room right there. I know it. There ain't nobody in it yet, but there will be. Judgment is nigh. It'd be nice if y'all had like a knife or something in here, bro. I could just walk in here and get. Do you see the detail in the grid? This is locked. Now it's gonna be my man back here at the fire real quick. Yeah, this one is locked. I'll show y'all so y'all can see it. Yeah, we don't have a key to get in there yet. But inside here, this is where my man gonna be he gonna be cooking it up. He gonna be cooking it up, and my boy gotta go in here and disturb his dinner meal with his whack Spanish. My man definitely need to work on his Spanish. His habla español. Yeah, Visine ain't gonna help what's wrong with his eyes.
Sorry to barge in like this.
Busco a un policía. ¿Vino aquí?
¿Tú quieres, papacita, qué tal tu Big Mac? Yeah, he did. He went to go pee, but... Hit him with the John Wick. Took him out with the wick. Took him out with the wickness. Yeah, they coming.
This is not good.
I think that's just the badge. Like, I wish they let us take it with them, but now we can't do nothing with that. And this is where it goes down. This is where it goes down. Literally, this is where it goes down. Because what's about to happen down here? See, yeah, see, I shouldn't even be down here. Yeah, I shouldn't even be down here, but I am. See, this is why you should not be stooping into people's stuff. Look, if my man walked off while peeing and got dealt with, then he got dealt with.
Hey.
Yo, homie, you need some help?
I read you. What's your situation?
If you spoke Spanish, you understood what his situation was.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I know.
What was that?
It's actually so realistic.
No fucking way.
Just to make sure. One more for good measure. Now, before we get into any craziness, I'm gonna go back to whatchamacallit. Ashley's costume, romantic. Now, what I like is you can put the original sound effects and the original music too on, which is actually pretty cool. We gonna quit this right here because we are actually over the hour mark already with Resident Evil 4. Damn. I told y'all on the first couple of episodes of fantastic franchises we was gonna dive in. Now, because Resident Evil is a more in-depth game, I was going to get through the main 8 games in one video, but that would be like 2 hours long, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to pause for the cause and make this one part 1. So in this fantastic franchises, Resident Evil is celebrated. We did 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We also took a little jump back to see what Resident Evil 2 looked like on Nintendo 64. Resident Evil is one of the most celebrated horror franchises in gaming history for so many reasons. And even to this day, still no microtransactions, no woke culture, no bullshit. It is literally legitimately at its core a horror series that has stayed true to its word. And I like the fact that they went back and redid their original games where they didn't have the technology back then, but now they do. And if you've ever played through Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 remakes, they are insane. Absolutely insane. Get ready to die. That should have been the name of their slogan. Get ready to die, Resident Evil. But I love the Resident Evil franchise. I don't love being scared, and I made a mistake quite a few times. I can go all the way back to the original Resident Evil 2, where I played it at night in my room with headphones on, and that was a mistake. When the zombies, there's a scene where you're walking down a hallway and there's boarded up windows, and the zombies break through. They take the music and they drop the music down to almost a silence. The game makers are such assholes for this. And as you're walking down the hallway, the hands bust through and like 3 drops of pee came out. And then you turn a corner and then there's a liquor, which if you don't know what a liquor is in the Resident Evil franchise, and that's why I don't understand why they can't make a great movie from the Resident Evil franchise. It's literally verbatim right there for you, visually. Just take what you saw and adapt it to a film. It's literally right there. With these new Resident Evils, they're like movies. So I guess we'll never get a real reiteration of Resident Evil, the movie. Although Welcome to Raccoon City was damn close. Don't listen to what people say. A lot of people misjudged it and talk bad about it. I don't approve of the casting, but that aside, it is verbatim like the game. It is literally scenes directly from the game in physical life. So whoever did it absolutely was a fan of the series. Now that Mila Jovovich bullshit, that's not Resident Evil. I don't know what that is. That's not Resident Evil. The only one I can stomach to watch is maybe 1 and 2. Once you get to part 9 and part 12 and part 13, I don't even know how many Resident Evils they had. Matter of fact, there's a Resident Evil animated movie that's better than those. Regeneration. Anyways, this has to be part 1 of 2 series. Well, I think we're going to end up with like 3 videos because I just scratched the surface. This is Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 5 games. Now you still have 5, 6, 7, 8. You also have Revelation 1, Revelation 2, and then you have about 12 other side Resident Evil games that they made. 12. So these videos are going to be in depth, but I'm not going to hold you hostage for 4 hours while I dive into Resident Evil. I will be very, very, very courteous of your time. But what do you guys think so far? You're starting to see why this is part of my fantastic franchise new series. Now, the systems we came from on this: PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo 64, of course, and this last one, Resident Evil 4, is the remake, and I have it on PC. So you can really see the unlimited power when you play it on a next-gen system, because the graphics, the physics, everything is absolutely insane. I can't wait to do the second one. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. I want to, but it's very, 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 very time-consuming to do a bunch of Resident Evils. Maybe I'll do like the side games today, but even the side games, there's a lot of side games, like a lot. Not even mentioning like Code Veronica and things that are canon to the Resident Evil storyline. So yeah, you can clearly see this is by one of the games. Like the graphics of 3 and 4 remake and 2, oh my god. Like even 1, that train scene, I don't know if you guys ever played that one. Never in my entire life did I ever think I wanted to jump back into Resident Evil and play along that story. But with these remakes, they recapture something that's so intriguing. It's tough, it's frustrating, and you will rage quit many times. The puzzles, even if you do assisted, the puzzles are insane. But that's what Resident Evil is. That's what made Resident Evil so good. If you don't know RE the series, if you don't know RE the franchise, it is multi-billion dollars. It went over to movies, it went over to animation, and the games, oh my god. It is a universe rich with zombie lore, and I just wish they could make a movie or a series or an HBO or a Netflix series that just went along. Matter of fact, look, I'll be nice. You don't have to do the entire series. I would say definitely want to do Resident Evil Village, because I would love to see Lady Dimitrescu, the 8-9 foot tall vampire queen, and her daughters. I would love to see that in real life. I know we can do it, guys. Heisenberg, I would love that. I mean, the werewolves, the lichens. What more could you want in a horror movie? Vampires, werewolves, ghosts, mold, whatever the hell Miranda is with her 8 wings. Like, Ethan, like, there's so much to that. Yes, there's so much to that. And I don't understand why, with movie capabilities, we can't make these movies. But as long as we got the games, I will definitely be happy. That, like I said, Resident Evil 9 Requiem is coming out soon. That's supposed to be Leon's last story that wraps his main story. He's not going to be a main character anymore. So I don't know where they're going with it. But I will say, the ones we played today, if that is not enough to wet your whistle, to intrigue you beyond the fact, and a lot of people's like, oh my god, I couldn't take that. I give it to you because I can't. You know how many times the sun has been going down and I'm like, I want to finish this Resident Evil. I would go to work, come home, and do a few chapters like every other day. But it got to the point where when it became too late, I did not want to play Resident Evil. It fucks with you. The sounds, the music. I'm not doing headphones ever on this again. But because I'll tell you why. I was playing Resident Evil. I don't know what, I think it was Resident Evil 3 or something. And I was doing like this intense area, and I had the headphones on because I wanted to play it loud and I wanted to hear it, but I didn't want to disturb everybody else. And there was a point where I was playing and my butthole was clenched, the hairs on the back of my neck was up, and I guess somebody tapped me because they had bought pizza or something. But I'm in my room at night in the dark, and I'm hunched over with the controller in my hand, and I'm focusing on the game, and then a hand on my shoulder just happened to be right there. Let me tell you something. I had to change my pants. There was definitely some pee that came out on that one. And people are like, it's just a game, I don't get it. Like, you ain't gonna get it unless you are a gamer. When you're in it to win it and you're 4 seconds away from death, like the controller vibrating, the things that are happening, the sound, they are masters of horror. And I don't know why they haven't created an entire string of movies yet. The makers of Resident Evil, or Biohazard as it's known over in Japan. But I look forward to seeing all of you on the next installment of Fantastic Franchises. We still have a lot more in the closet with franchises, our favorite franchises that I want to share with all of you. But with Resident Evil, we're going to have to take it and cut this cake up. It is too big of a franchise, too great of a franchise, not to pay homage, duty, and respect to each one of them. And that's what I did with these. I showed you intros, I showed you gameplay, I showed you the ins, then the outs. With Nintendo 64, I did the trailer for it and let you see that, and then I let it boot up, and then I showed you a video of me playing it, and then I was just like, why don't I just boot it up and let you watch it? And I booted up the Nintendo 64 and let you watch it, and it's just amazing. And then the funny part is I stopped it, and where I stopped it, I went to Resident Evil Remake 2, the new one in the 2000s, right after the crash and the fire where she was left alone, and I let you see the new one take off from that place. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. So anyway, until next time, thank you guys for joining me here in Fantastic Franchises, our brand new segment. And I love it because I think if we love what we do and we do what we love, we have to pay homage to the games that influence us and have changed our life when it comes to electronical frontiers, period, gaming. And Resident Evil is a series I've never in my entire life been more hesitant about playing a game. I've done Silent Hill 2, the remake, and everything else like that, and The Quarry, and like I've gone through all of them. But there's something unique when it comes to Resident Evil. They're so good at what they do with these franchises that it tricks you into losing yourself. There's been times I've had nightmares after playing the game. Like I'm in bed and I hear something and automatically I'm like triggered. Like, but they do that so well. They're amazing at the psychological warfare of taking it out on you. And I would say, parents, if your child is playing a Resident Evil game, you might want to put some limits or sit in on the gameplay to unpack some of the stuff that happens, because the older ones are bad, like literally bad, but the newer ones are realistic and they add a mental aspect to it that, if you're not careful, will screw your mind up, like literally screw your mind up. There it is in a nutshell. So until part 2, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I would love to do it today. We'll see. Thank you for joining me in Fantastic Franchises. Check out the Mario one that I did earlier today. I dove through the entire Mario Kart franchise and showcased just why it is a beloved franchise and one of the highest franchises and most respected franchises out there. We still got a ton of them coming up. Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed. We still got a ton of fantastic franchises to go through. But I want to tackle 2 of my favorites for the first couple of videos. And Resident Evil deserves another meal at the table. So until next time, next gameplay, don't turn the lights down. Don't play in the dark. And definitely don't play with headphones on your head. Any one of the Resident Evils. I would say go back and do the original ones. They're safer. I mean, the graphics look chalky. The sprites are a little bit rough. So it's not as much for you to get triggered. But these newer ones, y'all can go to hell. Like, y'all are straight Cenobites for making these games. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys love these new segments that I'm doing, just hit me down in the comments and let me know. If people who know me, I respond back all the time. I don't have a problem talking to you guys. When it gets like so many, like I get hundreds of them, it's hard to get to all of them, but I will get back to you. I do read all my comments. So if there's 100 comments on a post and there's 100 different people, I will go through the 100 different people and hit you up individually. I will respond. That's me. Now, the further I get along in this, if I'm blessed to live that long, I would love to get a group or a team to help me so that I could get back to all of you, because you mean to me. I didn't pay for any of my subscribers. All of you guys are here, and I thank you for that. You made my channel what it is. Like, you brought me from nothing to something. And I would love to do this full time, and you guys have that power in your hands. So if you like and you subscribe and you comment, and if you want to donate, just let me know. I do accept donations because I'm a humble game ninja, just like everybody else, and money makes the world go round. And until I'm doing this full time, I do take help. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me in the Game Dojo. Fantastic franchises. By the way, I hope you like the thumbnails. I did each one of them personally. I'll see you guys.